back about a potential and very serious threat to Jabot.
I've stolen Kane's AI program. I want to make a deal with you. Are you interested?
The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of January 19th to 23rd reveal that Jack Abbott doubts Billy Abbott. "I'm not taking advantage of anyone," Billy claims. "It sure as hell seems that way to me," Jack replies. Victoria Newman goes head-to-head with Kane Ashby. "Newman Enterprises and its subsidiaries are essentially ours. Now he just needs to yank off the bandage and take control of the company," Kane tells Phyllis. "Over my dead body." Victoria declares, "Nick Newman is determined to get rid of Matt Clark once and for all. Dad, Matt Clark is lying unconscious in the trunk of your car." "Of course, I'm going to worry about it," Noah tells Nick. "This man needs to disappear, and there isn't anyone who is going to talk me out of that," Nick vows. Victor receives valuable intel from Sienna. Victoria and Adam work together to protect Newman Enterprises. Nick ignores doctor's orders. Wind-R spoilers for Tuesday, January 20th. Victor prepares for battle against Matt Clark. Chelsea proves herself to Nikki. Victoria holds Billy accountable for his actions. Victor finds Nikki and Jack in a compromising situation. Sally is blindsided by Billy's decision-making. Phyllis stands her ground with Kane. Wind-R spoilers for Thursday, January 22nd. Victor puts Jack on notice. Sharon worries about Nick's condition. Victoria hits Kane where it hurts. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday, January 23rd. Trouble is on the horizon for Abby and Devon. Mariah receives a haunting message. Audra and Holden make amends with Amy. Here's a quick recap of last week's The Young and the Restless. Monday, January 12th, Victor double-crosses Jack. Kane surprises Phyllis. Nikki confronts an enemy. Tuesday, January 13th, Victor backs Kane into a corner. Victoria and Adam do damage control at Newman. Diane gives Jack an ultimatum. Wednesday, January 14th, Victor and Nikki argue about family business. Nick takes matters into his own hands. Sharon helps Tessa make a tough decision. Thursday, January 15th, Sally forces Billy to come clean. Phyllis defends her action. Nick keeps a secret from Sharon. Friday, January 16th, Nick turns to Jack for help. Noah makes a shocking discovery about Matt Clark. Diane grills Michael for intel about Victor. The corporate corridors of Genoa City are about to become a war zone. As we head into the week of January 19th to 23rd, The Young and the Restless shifts its focus from romantic entanglements to a high-stakes, no-holds-barred power struggle at Newman Media. In one corner stands Kane Ashby, the ambitious and newly installed CEO, backed by the formidable and manipulative Victor Newman. In the other corner is Victoria Newman, the legacy heiress who views the company as her birthright and is now fighting not just for her career, but for her very identity within the Newman dynasty. This isn't just a boardroom battle, it's a deeply personal clash of ideologies, generations, and wounded pride that promises to reshape the power structure of the entire city. The stakes of the battlefield. More than just a company. To understand the venom in this fight, one must look at what's truly at stake. For Victoria Newman, this is about far more than losing a title. Newman Media was her vision, her project to step out from under the gargantuan shadow of Newman Enterprises and prove she could build something innovative and successful on her own merits. Having it ripped away by her father and handed to an outsider like Kane is the ultimate betrayal. It's a public declaration from Victor that he does not believe in her capabilities, reopening every childhood wound of seeking his elusive approval. Victoria isn't just fighting to regain her CEO chair, she's fighting for her self-worth and her place in the family lineage. For Kane Ashby, this is the opportunity of a lifetime, but it's layered with complexity. While he is undoubtedly ambitious and savvy, he is also acutely aware that he is Victor's pawn in a larger game. His mandate is clear: shake things up, be aggressive, and prove Victor right. However, Kane is not without his own code. He respects Victoria, and his history with the Chancellor family gives him a nuanced understanding of family legacies and corporate politics. His challenge is to assert his authority and make his mark without completely burning every bridge in Genoa City. He's walking a tightrope between loyalty to his benefactor and the practical need to manage a team that still reveres Victoria. Victor Newman, the master puppeteer, looms over this entire conflict. His endgame remains characteristically inscrutable. Is this a cruel lesson designed to ultimately toughen Victoria up and bring her back stronger? Or is it a genuine changing of the guard, a sign that the aging patriarch is looking for a more ruthless, obedient successor who isn't burdened by emotional ties? His manipulations will be the wild card that determines the trajectory of the battle all week. Week-long spoilers, tactics, alliances, and explosive confrontations. Here's a breakdown of the major skirmishes you can expect from January 19th to 23rd. Monday, January 19th, the opening salvo. The week begins with Kane attempting to solidify his position. He'll call a mandatory staff meeting to outline his new vision, which will likely involve aggressive expansion and cost-cutting measures that directly undo Victoria's initiatives. Victoria, refusing to be sidelined, will make a pointed, disruptive appearance. Spoilers indicate a tense, public showdown in the middle of the bullpen where Victoria will question Kane's qualifications and loyalty, asking the staff, "Do you know who you're really working for?" This embarrasses Kane and forces employees to choose sides on day one. Tuesday, January 20th. The proxy war and emotional fallout. With the battle lines drawn, both commanders rally their troops. Billy Abbott will be firmly in Victoria's corner, his hatred for Victor fueling a desire to help her crush Kane. He'll use his media savvy and insider knowledge to dig for dirt on Kane's rapid rise. Meanwhile, Nikki Newman will be caught in an agonizing position. While she sympathizes with her daughter's pain, she is also trying to maintain her fragile peace with Victor. Her attempts to mediate will satisfy no one and may drive a further wedge between her and Victoria. Across town, Lily Winters will confront Kane about the impossible position he's put himself in, leading to a heated marital argument about ambition versus family. Wednesday, January 21st. The underground maneuvers. The fight moves from public spectacles to backroom chess. Victoria and Billy will plot a counter-strategy, likely involving a key client or board member they believe they can sway. Simultaneously, Kane, feeling the pressure, will have a clandestine meeting with Victor. He'll demand more tangible support, possibly in the form of capital or a decisive move against Victoria. Victor's response will be typically cryptic, leaving Kane more anxious. A spoiler hints that a leaked internal memo, of unknown origin, will cause panic within Newman media, creating chaos that benefits one of our fighters. Thursday, January 22nd. The personal becomes political. The conflict reaches a boiling point with a confrontation that transcends business. Victoria will corner Kane, not in the office, but at a neutral location like the Grand Phoenix. She'll launch a brutal, personal attack, questioning his manhood for being Victor's errand boy and bringing up his past financial and ethical missteps. This will hit below the belt and trigger Kane's own temper. He'll retort by throwing Victoria's own failures and